I kind of look at the opportunity to be involved in co-parenting as an opportunity to partner in a young person's life.
What we do for parents is give them a breath of, that, hey, just take a breath, and this is just a quick break to kind of give you a breather. And whether that's a 30-day, 60-day, it still allows them to take a breath.
For us, opening up our home to be co-parents has communicated both to the child and to the caregiver that we want to be invested in this. We want to partner.
You have to go into it with, and even saying the word means you don't have it, but humility, right, at some point, and you have to go, yeah, we don't have it all figured out either, right? I mean, we don't have all the answers. There's so many variables that go into a kid's behavior that it's sometimes really difficult to figure out how to help them. But you just say, we're present in this kid's life with you, and we'll do our best to try to help, but all we can do is be present sometimes, right? Because you can't fix it all. So when we get a new child, we are really trying to figure out what do they do at home to keep things as structured as possible.
That helps our anxiety, if we have any, and it helps their anxiety, just at normalcy.
First of all, you try to determine when a new child comes into your home what their key issues are. So we'll try to figure out what might need to be worked on. So is it homework issues? They're not obeying what has to happen in their house? Is it communication issues? Is it defiance? So then you try to figure out, okay, if there's certain things that are on their plan to work on, then you try to develop strategies around that. But a lot of that just happens in the course of living life, right? I mean, you're making meals, you're going to activities, you're doing homework, and then the kids feel more part of the family and more part of your life when you do that. When you involve yourself in co-parenting, it has to be that it's a process, and it takes time to develop that. So when you first start in the relationship with the parents or grandparents or the caretaker, that there might be some defensiveness at first, so we normally just give a lot of space at the beginning. We don't try to offer a lot of suggestions. We just say, hey, we're just here to help, and what can we do? You want to come help me?
Sure.
As they start to realize that they can trust us and that we want what's best for their child as well, now we can maybe have some more difficult conversations. I think there's a lot of value in it when you get to that point.
I think you can tell it's going well when the communication about the child with the parent, grandparent, primary caregiver is there's a dialogue that happens. So it is really a conversation. It is truly a discussion versus a statement of position. We did this. The parent says, well, we did this, and there's really not a shaping that's happening. Mm-hmm. So when you see dialogue, you get a sense that there's a positive direction.
Our role on the team is just to provide another layer of care for the child, to reinforce the goals that have been laid out by the people on the team, and then to provide feedback for the therapist and for the family in order to just wrap around services around this child. So how can we best meet all their needs? Well, we can't meet every need, but we can, by communicating and all of us approaching it from different angles, we can get a little bit more progress. If you're dealing with kids of a certain age or with kids with certain behaviors, there's a lot of training available.
There's a place to go to get questions answered, to have a space for frustrations to be shared, and also to receive encouragement. The reward that you will receive far outweighs the risk that you think you are taking. Mm-hmm. And you have the opportunity to influence a family, a child. Anything that we can do, I think, demonstrated by just a home being opened, communicates that to the family, and even to the child, that we don't have to do this, mm-hmm. but we want to do this.